So three major changes went into making Star Trek Online for console. The first one was the controls. We have a game that requires pretty much all 72 buttons on our keyboard, and we had to get that into a 16-button controller. It was something that was definitely very tough to do. So we spent a few weeks and actually sat down and tried to figure out the best way to bring our space combat to the controller, to the console space. So we decided to build a UI that has a radial menu system, so you can go through and select powers that way, and that actually felt really good and got us most of the way there. But when we were playing a higher end character, we noticed that it still wasn't quite as smooth as PC, like being able to control all those powers. So we added a smart auto fire system, so I can go through here and select a power and choose a variety of options. I can have this power operate whenever it's ready, or when I'm affected by certain debuffs, or whenever a certain shield is at 50% strength. So that gives you the amount of tactile control to select when I want to use my powers. And then the last thing we did was, these are actually your home buttons. You can use those buttons without having to open up the wheel, and you can customize whatever those are. So we got news that the planet that we're currently looking at has been assimilated, and so we want to come here and rescue some scientists that were looking at it, and we want to find out what's going on, like how did this planet get assimilated, and what are we going to do to try and stop it. So I've got to clear out the Borg defenses that are just outside the planet. Cool guys fly through the explosion.
So what are some of the other enemies we can expect to face in the game?
If you've seen them, we've got them. Romulan, Jem'Hadar, Cardassians, Breen, Voth, Vodwar, Species 8472, Mirror Universe. I couldn't even name them all. There are so many. You got to fight the crystalline entity. There are piles, and just as many allies as well. So again, this is a full space and ground game, so I'm beaming down onto the ground right now with my away team. Another major change that we did to come to console is our core team and our graphics team came together and brought us a lot of lighting technology. We told ourselves if we were going to be on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, we have to look like we belong on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So we got diffuse probes, specular probes, high dynamic range lighting, deferred rendering, clustered forward rendering, and all of those things combine to provide us graphics that look like they belong on the current generation of hardware. So that's what we're looking at now on this ground. You see the subtle lighting changes. So I'm here with my away team. Bring these guys out quickly.
What engine does this game operate on?
This is actually the Cryptic engine.
Is there a reason you prefer this one over others?
It's our engine.
Yeah.
So this is an engine that we control, that we can update, that we can make changes to. It's the one we've used for years, and we constantly work on it. So it's the most flexible for us. My away team's doing some good work. We're knocking out these board.
So for players like me who are relatively new to this game, how easy is it to just pick up and start playing?
Yeah, so we're playing a mission that's about halfway through progression. You can see some really cool stuff happening here. But we have a full tutorial for all of our factions, and so you'll slowly get introduced to a lot of enemies and a lot of different things to tackle. So it shouldn't be a problem at all for you to kind of figure out the game and dive right in. There's some Borg attacking this camp, so you got to try and help them out. Clear those Borg out. We're going to get these scientists out of here before more Borg show up. Try to combat. Bring them up. Away they go. Head researcher stay. We're going to talk to them.
My name is Dr. Forrest. Thank you.
So he's going to unlock the door to the Borg facility for us. So we got to cover him. Get him in there and then cover him.
producer playing the game. So how much time do you actually spend playing this game yourself?
I actually play a fair amount. I feel like it's important for the executive producer to have good knowledge of the game from actually playing. So I like to stay up to date and play after our updates to make sure I have max levels on my reputations and all of our in-game stuff. So I play quite a bit, and so do a lot of people at the office. Quickly flicking through targets using our target lock system. You very easily select the target you want.
How long do the times range for each of these missions?
I'd say they average about 30 minutes, but we have some that are short, around 20, and we have a few that are closer to 90. So we like to really build up suspense and have these continuing stories through the episodes, and then really have a solid payoff for all that story build up and whoever the big bad is that's causing some trouble in the universe these days. Again, very exciting.